What up, Soul Tribe? Happy Friday. When we like somebody and they leave us and we become very heartbroken and we're like we feel like we're gonna fall apart and we feel like something is empty, and it's like they took a piece of our heart, or they dented a hole in our soul, and we don't know why they do that. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons that it could be. Because we don't really like people the way we think we do. They put a spell on us. It's an illusion. It's a delusion. You kind of put a spell on yourself. That's where the delusion comes in, right? They are the illusion. You create the delusion, the delulu mind. You know, when you really, really, really like somebody and you start fantasizing all this delulu stuff in your head, right? Hold up. What you are doing is you are creating a fantasy. Yeah, you're creating a fantasy. You really don't like them like that. You just think you do because that's what you're creating. Because you're the co-creator of this reality. You're always creating. And that feeling that person gave you, that was you. That's why you loved it so fucking much. That's why it created the attachment that it did, because you are so fucking dope that you loved the feeling that was being reflected back. That was you, boo. That was fucking you. You ever wonder why when you guys break up and after a while, some time passes, you sit back and you look at that person and you listen to that person talk and you think like, ew, I like that person. Like, I was heartbroken over you? I was head over heels over you? I liked you? And you're disgusted. You're like disgusted with yourself because you didn't see that before, because you were too busy in Delulu land. You were caught up in the illusion. You were caught up in the delusion. You wanted to feel what you were reflecting out, and it was what you were mirroring out, and it was being reflected back to you. It was you. So you're probably wondering, like, then how am I gonna know when it's real? Honestly, I can't give you that. I can't tell you. This is where I'm at in my healing journey, so I really can't tell you. I can only assume that when it's real, you won't be, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm just being honest. I was gonna say you won't be swept off your feet, but like, I want to be swept off my feet, right? I want to feel goo goo gaga. But I feel like this is what I'm going to share with you. I feel like when you know it's going to be real, you won't have such a crazy emotional reaction eternally. Like, you won't get those, I mean, like, you want the butterflies, but like, psychology says butterflies are a trauma response. I don't know if I can believe that, because sometimes butterflies feel so good, right? I want the butterflies. But I feel like that when you know it's real, you'll feel calm. You'll feel centered. You'll feel balanced. You'll just have this knowing, like, you'll know. Like, you know. Like, I've had that feeling before, and don't listen to those people out there that say you can only fall in love once. That's bullshit. There's like 10 billion freaking people on this planet. You're not going to fall in love just once, okay? There's somebody else out there for you. I had to get my coffee. So don't believe them. Don't believe the people that say there's only one true love in your life, because that's not true. Again, this is my perspective. This is what I believe. I'm not trying to push anything onto you, but if it resonates with you, hey, that's great, right? We have different versions, and we have different levels that we resonate in throughout life until we, right? So who you are when you're 40 is not who you are when you're 20. And who you loved and felt, fell head over heels for in your 20s and got into that relationship and everything resonated and you felt connected, you felt like you were one with that person and everything was great and hunky-dory, right? That was an older version of you. Then you most likely went through some traumatic life change situation. Maybe you went through the dark night of the soul. You know, things happen in our lives and we change and we level up, and these life lessons puts us, damn, it's really busy today with all this traffic. These life lessons, they really change the way we think and the way we move through life and the way that we treat other people and the way that we treat ourselves. So, you know, you might even fall out of love with that person that you were with in your 20s because you grew spiritually and they didn't. And that's okay, because we're not all on the same journey. We're all on a journey, and sometimes we might even walk on the same path, but there's so many different paths and we don't all have the same path. We might meet on a path and it feels like we're on the same path, and we might walk together for a little bit of time, but we end up veering off, right? So all I'm trying to say is, don't believe those people that say that you can only fall in love once. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because there's different levels of you. There's different versions of you. And there's another romantic love that's going to resonate with the version of who you are now. Trust and believe that. Happy Friday.